Hello, my name is Peter Simpson. I'm a psychologist and the Managing Director of BSS. This is one of a series of short videos dealing with the COVID-19 crisis. In this session today, we're going to talk about managing your personal resilience during the COVID-19 crisis. What is personal resilience? Well, resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity and persevere and adapt when things are difficult. This characteristic is going to be particularly important during the COVID-19 crisis because we don't know how long it will go on or the demands that it will make of us. So how could COVID-19 impact on your resilience? Well, to talk about that, let's think about what causes good stress and what causes bad stress. So good stress is where the source of the stress is easily identifiable and clear. There's a clear challenge to be met, an action to be taken, and you can address the cause and return to normal. So, for example, if you happen to meet this character, it would be very clear what you need to do. You need to escape as fast as you can to a position of safety. And once that's done, this would become an exciting event that you would talk about for many years. What is bad stress? Well, when the source of the stress is not clear. There's no clear actions you can take to address the situation and to resolve it. So the stress is prolonged and it's not clear when you will return to normal. Well, that's almost a perfect definition of the stress that COVID-19 will produce. Sure, there are things we can do, like washing our hands and social distancing, but these things will only delay rather than resolve the crisis. So we're in for the long haul with this one, and the stress is likely to be prolonged. What are the building blocks for resilience? Well, there are 6 critical things we think about when we are building our capacity to cope with stress and to persevere and adapt to difficult situations like this. The first 3 are really the things which give you the capacity to cope. How well you sleep. If you are tired, you're going to be irritable, grumpy, not going to be particularly motivated or focused. So sleep is essential. Secondly, in the long run, maintaining good nutrition. And thirdly, how active you are. They are the 3 critical building blocks of physical and mental health. Looking at the ability to manage the stress, then clearly the way you think, the way you manage stress and your support and the relationships that you have. So I'm going to talk briefly about all 3 of those things. Firstly, sleep. You must make sleep a priority. Most adults need between about 7 and 9 hours a day, averaging around about 8. You should try and keep your sleep times regular. If you change your sleep times around, typically you will go through periods where you're tired and irritable, and typically what we used to call Mondayitis. You should spend at least an hour at night or before bed winding down. You can't go from thinking or working flat out and expect to go to sleep. Go to sleep and get up early. If you delay going to bed, you run the risk that in fact your sleep will be disturbed by other things in the morning. So go to bed, get up early. Don't read or watch TV in the bedroom. So bed time should be sleep time, not to do other things. Don't lie in bed worrying. If you find that you can't get to sleep or that you wake up during the night and you're thinking, get up out of bed, do something relaxing like reading or watching a little TV, and then go back to bed when you feel sleepy. If you have persistent sleeping problems, then help is available through your employee assistance program. This is in fact a program called Better Sleep. You will easily access this by ringing the EAP, making an appointment. You'll be provided with a comprehensive manual and you will talk with a psychologist, typically for anywhere between about 3 and 5 sessions, 1-hour sessions, and they will take you through this program. We find about 80% of people can significantly improve their sleep. Now, this can be done right throughout the COVID period because you can do this online with online video counselling or on the telephone. So don't hesitate. If you or your loved ones, your immediate family member are having sleeping problems, access the Better Sleep program. Good nutrition. So firstly, eat regular meals. Don't skip meals. Focus on unprocessed foods, whole and unprocessed foods, and all of the appropriate food groups that you can see here. Minimise or limit the amount of alcohol, caffeine, sugar, salt, processed foods and saturated fats that you consume. Exercise. Well, the benefits of regular exercise are obvious and well known to us all with regard to physical health. So it gives us cardiovascular protection, reduces the risk of diabetes and a range of other diseases. What's not so well known is that regular exercise is also highly useful in promoting our mental health as well. So we know that regular exercise reduces stress and anxiety, it lifts mood, reduces depression. Some studies have shown, for example, that an hour of vigorous walking a day is as effective as medication in treating depression. It also helps improve your sleep. So they're the three things that you need to do to get ready, if you like, to deal with things. Sleep well, eat well, exercise regularly. Let's now talk about your thinking. It's easy for something like COVID-19 to occupy your thoughts. It's all over the news, it's all over social media, it's all we hear people talk about these days. But you need to be careful. Seek information from trusted sources. A lot of the stuff that you hear on the internet will be wild rumours, unsubstantiated and so on. Listen to the government's medical advisors and also the advice that comes from your company. Avoid social media and other unreliable sources. All of those things do is feed your fears. Check regularly for information and advice, but once per day is okay. You don't need to spend 2 or 3 or 4 hours online obsessing about this. However, if you do find that it is hard to stop thinking about this, hard to de-arouse about the whole situation, check your thinking with a friend, or indeed, if you are significantly distressed, seek help from the Employee Assistance Program. And again, this is going to be available right throughout the process with online counselling and video counselling. Managing stress. Well, stress is often increased by uncertainty and lack of control. And that's exactly the situation we have here. No one really knows what the trajectory of this pandemic will be like. We can do some things to slow it down, like hand washing, social distancing, but nevertheless, at the moment, we don't have good controls. And so obviously this is going to create higher levels of stress. Many of the things that we've discussed already are excellent to reduce stress. Seeking information, taking practical steps, such as the things the government is suggesting to us, getting sleep, eating well, exercising, checking your thinking, and limit alcohol, caffeine and other stimulants. So talk with friends or their EAP if your thoughts or your feelings are getting on top of you. Seek and give support from family members. Talking things through helps, workmates, friend, family and so on. Provide support to others. Offer practical help to relatives, friends and neighbours. Notice and reassure other people who may be struggling. In fact, one of the things that we know which really helps people is to actually think about others, stop thinking about themselves immediately, and providing help and assistance. During the COVID-19 crisis, professional counselling is available through your EAP providers. If you're in Western Australia, South Australia or Victoria, contact BSS Employee Assistance, 1800 30 30 90. If you're in Queensland or New South Wales, contact Griffin Psychology, 1800 056 076. Counselling is available 24/7 by phone and video.